Football season is fast approaching. Training camp starts in about 10 days. I know, that's crazy. This offseason went by pretty fast in my opinion. That means preseason is less than a month away. That's crazy. So today I decided to make my 53-man roster prediction. This could change after preseason, so I might make another 53-man roster prediction if I see someone or some players stand out in preseason. But a lot of these are going to be pretty obvious. Some of them I will explain why I think they'll make it over another player. But for the most part, a lot of these are pretty obvious. Let's start off with the quarterback position. Deshaun Watson. Obvious reasons. His backup, Brandon Weeden. I have Brandon Weeden beating out Webb. I just think the Texans, Bill O'Brien, they prefer Brandon Weeden. He's been in the system before, and he's actually done pretty decent in the system before. Yes, unfortunately, he's not a mobile quarterback. This is a video of what I think they're going to do, not what I'd do. If it was up to me, I'd pick Joe Webb, but I think the Texans will pick Brandon Weeden as a backup. At running back, Lamar Miller, that's obvious. Deontay Foreman, that's obvious. Alfred Blue, that's pretty obvious. And Tyler Ervin. I think Tyler Ervin makes the team. I think the Texans have a plan with him. They were trying to kind of convert him into that little scat back last season before he got hurt. And I think he makes the team again this season. Fullback, I got Jay Prosh. I could see the Texans not carrying a fullback due to them carrying 4 tight ends, and we'll get into that. And because we're reportedly going into more of a spread offense, so we don't really need a fullback. But I do think Jay Prosh is going to make the team. At tight end, I got Ryan Griffin, Steven Anderson, Jordan Akins, and Jordan Thomas. I think they'll all make the team. I think each of these players will have their own specific role. For example, Ryan Griffin is going to be like your base offense tight end, the end line tight end, the guy that can block, I guess. Jordan Thomas can also bring some of that. And then Steven Anderson, Jordan Akins will be out there when we go into a more of a spread offense, kind of spread out the field. They can gain yards in the middle of the field, spread the defense out. And then Jordan Thomas for red zone situations. I mean, he's 6'7", 270 pounds. He's a mismatch. At wide receiver, I have DeAndre Hopkins for obvious reasons, Will Fuller for obvious reasons, Kiki Coutee for obvious reasons, Bruce Ellington for obvious reasons, and I have Braxton Miller also making the team. I don't think the Texans give up on Braxton Miller just yet. I do think, however, this is Braxton Miller's final chance to prove himself this season. After this season, if he doesn't do anything, I think he's gone, but I still think he's safe. I do see us carrying a 6th wide receiver this season, and that's Chris Thompson. Thompson, he's just a special teams player. I think he does a pretty good job of getting downfield on kickoffs and punts. Most of the time he doesn't make the tackle, but he definitely disrupts the play. And I think that's really important, especially for our team that kind of sucks in the special teams department. Now, offensive tackle, Julian Davenport, obvious reasons. Seantrell Henderson, they just brought him in, and honestly, he's probably the best option, sadly, at right tackle. And Martinez Rankin, he's a rookie, he's hurt, but he is going to make the team. And at guard, Zach Fulton, obvious reasons. Senio Kelemeti, obvious reasons. David Quesenberry. Now, David Quesenberry, I have him making the team over Kyle Fuller, even though Kyle Fuller was drafted last year, like in his, 6th round, maybe 5th. I do think Quesenberry is a better option. I do think the Texans will go Quesenberry because Kyle Fuller, he can play guard and he can play center. Okay. Well, we already have Zach Fulton, Senor Calameti, Nick Martin, and Greg Manx that can do that. David Quisenberry, he can play guard, and before he got hurt his rookie year, he was playing tackle. So, with the backup offensive lineman, I went more for a versatility type of thing. David Quisenberry can play inside and right tackle, just in case injuries happen. And at center, obviously, Nick Martin, Greg Manx. You're not going to get better than that. And on defense, on the D-line, I have J.J. Watt, Christian Covington, Joel Heath, Carlos Watkins, Angelo Blackson, DJ Reader, and Brandon Dunn. The only guy that was kind of like on the outside looking in was Kamalu. It was between Kamalu and Angelo Blackson. Personally, I like Angelo Blackson better. I liked what he showed late last season. And Kamalu, he's kind of listed as an outside linebacker, and I do think we have better outside linebackers than Kamalu, so I opted to leave him out of the team. At outside linebacker, we got Jadeveon Clowney, Whitney Merciless, Duke Ejiofor, and Brendan Scarlett. These are pretty easy choices. I think these guys are pretty much penciled in on the roster. Inside linebacker, Bernardrick McKinney, Zach Cunningham, Dylan Cole, and Peter Colombayi. Now, Peter Colombayi, I know he was drafted as an outside linebacker, but Peter can play inside and outside, so he's going to be a really versatile guy for us. Someone goes down inside, he can play inside. Someone goes down outside, he can play outside. Extremely athletic, so he could definitely do both. At corner, Jonathan Joseph, Kevin Johnson, Aaron Coven, Johnson Batamosi, and Jermaine Kelly. This one was pretty easy. At safety, Tyrann Mathieu, Kareem Jackson, Justin Reed, Treston Decoud, and unfortunately, I do think Corey Moore makes the team due to special teams reasons. And special teams, Kaimi Fairbairn, Shane Leckler, and John Weeks, the long snapper. So, just looking at the players I chose, this was honestly pretty easy. The hardest choice for me was literally whether to get Kamalu on the team or Angelo Blackson. These were pretty easy decisions on who to leave on the team. Carrying 4 tight ends kind of does bug me a bit, but I think that's what the Texans will do. Texans usually carry 5 wide receivers, but I think this year they'll carry 6 because Thompson will be there for special teams reasons. But other than that, I think this is the first year in a while where I think absolutely no undrafted free agents are going to make the team. I really don't think so. I think compared to last year especially, all of a sudden it looks like our team kind of has depth at a lot of spots. For example, we have depth at safety. We have some at inside linebacker, outside linebacker, defensive line, interior offensive line, wide receiver. Like, it's crazy. Like, one season, somehow it all changed. But yeah, that's all I really have for you guys today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to comment down below, I guess, your 53-man roster prediction, or if you disagree with one of the players I had making the team, then just comment down below. Anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching. Peace.